all the time.
With our
Yeah.
eyes wide open.
You doing good?
Hearts on fire.
You driving, right?
To say
Yeah, just here for the protest, you know,
nothing less than
supporting the drivers.
We are now in the 4th month of a lockout.
I'm good.
Uber has been locking drivers off the APPS shift.
Yes, guys, we're at the protest today. We're trying to, like I always do, you know. This is the part 2 of the protest. We had one before. I just came here right now. The protest started at 1 o'clock, right? So we New York City drivers, we're going through these problems with the lockouts. You know, Uber Lyft, they lock us out of our apps, you know, considering that we independent contractors, right? We're not employees. You know, they can't tell us when to work, when not to work, but it's a monopoly that's going on between the mayor's office and the city of New York. Actually, now you guys, you can listen to one of the executives at the New York New York Taxi Workers Alliances. They actually organized these strikes for the drivers. It's amazing from the time that I used to come to some of these strikes. Literally no one is here, right? So I used to be like a couple hundred people, but now I see, you know, decent amount of people here versus, you know, the amount of people that we have that drive in New York City. We got like almost 86,000 drivers that work for Uber and Lyft. So we do have, but I would actually guess here about like the same amount of people that we had last protest. I would say maybe around like 700 people here. But we need all the drivers to come here at once, right? That was the only way we could be able to get what we want from this unscrupulous Uber, Lyft, and all the gig apps in general. You know, guys, welcome here to this channel. I'm just here now. You know, I'm not doing any sightseeing today, but I actually happen to be a driver myself, so that's why I come here to protest and just you know, be part of the whole thing. I want to document the protest, although I did document the protest last time when I was here. D9, what's going on, my man? D9, New York, we're having a problem with rideshare apps in the city like everywhere else. Same thing like Utah. Also, there's some drivers there. I'm sure 100% they're getting ripped off there too. So it's all about getting together, obviously. Look, so yeah, D9. Thank you, man, for stopping by. I know you have nothing to do with basically the rideshare business. Yeah, man, D9. I appreciate you for being here, man.
Doing the lockout, what Uber is fundamentally trying to do is
we got a few people here today.
they have to pay to the drivers. Uber wants to get away with paying drivers less. If drivers are kept to pay
This is basically the end of the. Most of the people are here today. Hopefully they show up, you know, because last time I remember it was from that part where the speaker speaks all the way down to the end, at the end of that part of, you know, that junction right there. I want to show you guys. So because this is obviously happened to be the lower part of Manhattan, it's almost the end of the island. Basically, we're only like about a mile, you know, from, you know, actually where the ferry, you know, that take you all the way to Statue of Liberty back there. You know, people that are actually from New York, you know what I'm talking about, but... Oh, D9, you used to actually do Uber Eats. Yeah, I mean, it's a passive income. It's amazing. Although, you know, you're American. You know, you're from here. You're born and raised here. So most of the drivers here are foreigners, and they're taking you know, some of these apps are taking advantage of some of these, you know, foreigners. They come here, basically all of them, you know, they do work hard. They deserve to get paid enough, but But recently they've been doing like really this type of business with the drivers. I feel really sad. You know, I do actually, you know, diversify myself, right? But these guys need to. I guess, D9, you stopped working, right? You did, right?
Over 700,000 people a day. We are sick and tired of this crisis. We are sick and tired.
D9, I appreciate you, my friend. You know, all I'm trying to do here to be Samaritan, you know?
Into our whole hand for our citywide strike on October 23rd.
Yeah.
Brothers and sisters, last night, the Taxi Workers Alliance officially submitted a rulemaking petition to...
They literally lied about what actually took place within the first strike, where they were saying that they were gonna unlock the drivers gradually, but obviously nothing really materialized at this point. That's why the guys are coming back out again one more time, you know, to protest.
We submitted under the city charter an official rulemaking petition, which by city law...
Yeah, you driving, asshole? How the fuck you driving, man, today? You should be on strike right now today. Hey, how come? Thanks. No, this guy's driving.
I know, but stay on the street.
Yeah.
Calling for the TLC to adopt regulations that would close the loopholes.
Yeah, he is a fake driver. He's an a-hole.
The lockout immediately and permanently. Our petition is calling for the TLC to update.
Yeah, one of the guys right there is driving, right? He has a passenger in his car. Yeah, I know. Yeah, all of them like that.
The current reality of how much time...
Yeah, D9, you know, we're talking about these drivers. You can see them actually going down Broadway, right? And they're actually carrying passengers in their vehicle instead of actually being here with part of the strike, you see?
To penalize Uber and Lyft if they continue to lock out the drivers now or ever in the future again. Brothers and sisters,
D9, I really wanted to explain to you what lockout is all about here. It's basically, they have this thing called utilization.
You cannot park. You go to park
Yeah,
your car and
there's,
come here.
excuse me.
You're not supposed to drive.
D9, there's like this thing called, it happened during the pre-COVID. You know, actually, I was working pre-COVID at one point, right? And what they did, Uber Lyft, they locked us out of our apps. That means when there's less demand, they want us to be out. I'm sure this is all it started because the fact that they locked the drivers. Hey, Frank, what's going on, my man? Nice to see you. Yeah, I was here, my man. How you been?
Good.
Yeah, I just wanted to explain something to one of my subscribers about the lockout. Once you know the definition of the lockout, it's kind of crazy, right? Yeah. So, yeah, they're like firing drivers. I mean, they're not really technically firing drivers, D9, but basically, Frank, I'll be out. Stay there. Yeah, actually, it's what it is. It's just because there's saturation of the drivers in the city, right? So we're basically like pre-COVID. I remember Uber and Lyft, they decided to start to actually lock the drivers because there's too many drivers on the streets and it's less demand, right? And they call it utilization rate, you know, and they calculate this utilization rate, and we don't have that sort of equation to know exactly how they come up with those percentage, right? So what they do is they lock the drivers, and this happened actually pre-COVID, and once COVID was over, right? No, well, actually when COVID hit, they decided to actually let the driver loose. So everyone was driving, but most drivers actually quit during COVID, right? So I was working, honestly, I never let off. So, and fast forward, which is something that I already knew it was gonna happen, right? Once the COVID over, they start locking out the drivers again. You could be driving, and all of a sudden you cannot log on to your app. I don't know, yeah, Danny, I hope you got my point, but It doesn't make no sense. You know, as independent contractor, right? You cannot tell me when to drive, when not to drive. You see what I'm talking about? If I were an employee, yeah, it's okay. It's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? You could set hours, and then I could go drive whenever you tell me to do so, right? So it's unfair. It's unfair. Yes, Dina, they will drive you nuts, man. So what I did, you know, obviously, I just hope they could go back to that one of the requirements that they had before, pre-COVID, right? Where they tell you, okay, now you do this certain amount of ride, right? You do this certain amount of ride, and then you could be able to be online at all time. Because I remember when they started locking out drivers, and they did it really, all of a sudden, you know, they never warned the drivers they're gonna lock them out, whatever. And then they started saying, okay, you know, if you want to drive, you know, you have to kind of sort of make this certain amount of trips during 30 days, which is because I drive Uber X, I don't drive SUV XLs and all that stuff. So they were requiring stay online. I was able to accomplish that. You know, it was no big deal. It was feasible for me. So I'm hoping, you know, they could come up with that rule, you know, where they could tell you, okay, you know, because obviously most of the drivers are full-time, some of them are part-time, right? So they want to make sure they could actually reinstate that requirement before, you know, like, okay, do this amount of ride and then you can stay online. But now it's like, okay, all right, there's no demand, then you cannot work. You see, it's unfair. It's unfair. And what happened, there's so many drivers here, man. They have car expenses, insurance. Some of them, they have family to feed. You know what I'm talking about? You can't actually cut their income. And it's all about the drivers. You know, imagine, you see, we have 86,000 drivers in New York City, right? And you can see the ratio right here, right? You can see that, you know, and whomever is on the chat right now, you know, it's 86, about 700 drivers here, maybe. That's what I actually could, you know, basically think, maybe more likely, versus 86,000 that are all out driving right now. You see, I see a bunch of them going down this street, which just happens to be Broadway, carrying actually passengers in the vehicle. You see, some of the drivers here actually are here to protest and to address their concern, and some of them actually are out driving. You see what I'm saying? I can see some of the cars right now, where some of the drivers actually have passengers in their vehicle. It's crazy, right? Yeah, exactly, Dina. They're just taking money from people's pockets, basically. Look, if you guys don't want to operate, just pack yourself and leave. Just go to other states, right? But it's all, you know, imagine if all the 86,000 drivers tomorrow, right? They just lock their keys, right? Put the cars away, you know, for a couple of days. That's all it takes. It takes only 3 days. You know, for Uber Lyft, they're going to come back in for the drivers to come back to work, you know, because drivers, they actually provide everything out of pocket. You know, gas, expenses, stay away on their cars, you know, everything. Nothing actually is provided, not even drop of gas. You know that, Dina, obviously, because you're commenting on my video, on my live stream, but obviously, as an Uber Eats, you know, because I know you could more likely we're doing it on the side, right? Right, Dina? But you provided everything, right? These guys are actually, you know, they only provide us with the software, you know? Some of the taxi drivers, that was like before, because I drove actually yellow cabs, you know, I was barely 20 years old. And honestly, at one point when Uber came, they just dropped the whole business. And some of the taxi drivers, you know, they medallion owners, right? They started committing suicide. It's true, because this is actually City Hall. It's right there. And one guy actually came here, one of the drivers, and shot himself right in front of the City Hall because he couldn't afford to provide for his family because Uber came and they disrupted the whole taxi business. You know, it's always been 13,000 cabs, 13,000 medallions in the city. That's how many medallions there were here in the city, right? About 15,000 right now because they auctioned some of the medallions before. You know, versus Uber, they're about like 86,000 of them. You know what I'm talking about? So, and honestly, I mean, I would rather, you know, like drive a cab, right? And be able to actually work anytime I want. You see what I'm talking about? Nobody's gonna stop you, you know, from working.
Everything was fine before they came in. They don't know. They don't know about you. I don't know about you.
Rick, nice seeing you, Rick. Rick, how are you today?
Driving since 2003.
Yeah, Rick, we have a protest here. The drivers are here protesting against the lockout. You know, they put us...
We were making money back then. We call on the TLC, the mayor, the governor. We need them to stand with us.
Yes.
And end the lockout.
No.
And end the lockout and raise our pay.
One of my coolest driver here, Frank. Very nice dude. He's always here during the protest. Frank, appreciate you.
A lot of
man.
scams on the road, man.
Yeah, a lot.
They just drive by, they didn't even...
I've seen them, right? They carry your passengers. You
Now
see that?
I'm going-
I was arguing
how
one of
am
them
I
right
going
there
to
was driving the
survive?
Tesla. You know,
Yeah, he asked them. I was asking, how much you pay for that?
like this?
They stuck him in a debt trap. They don't even realize it.
Right.
Next year when they declare bankruptcy,
Shame on
they're
you.
gonna
I
realize
have
they
to
got
pay
screwed.
my bill.
Right. I mean, it's sad, you know.
pay
I mean, it only takes
my
like for you
people,
to
family.
actually put your car away.
Shame on Uber. Shame on Uber.
Pay my what?
I don't know, man.
Is that that guy back
Shame on TLC. Shame on TLC. Shame on TLC.
What they are doing to us is a disgrace.
Shame on mayor. Shame on
They
mayor.
are destroying
He tries to
us.
discredit the union.
Oh, he was, yeah. I think
They are destroying
that guy
us the
is
same way they
controversial,
destroyed the
but
yellow
he's
cab,
always,
Juno,
like,
Jet,
saying
and Via.
bad things about
He's
it.
always discrediting her.
I've seen him,
He's always
yeah.
making noise when she's
They don't
Is
like
he there?
competition.
Is he there?
I hear his cowbell, so I'm
Yeah,
assuming he is.
he's always
We
there. Yeah,
are
I've seen him.
tired of this
I think
fake
that one time
negotiation.
he left a comment.
The
talking about
utilization
alcohol in my
rate
videos. I just kind of
rule
I
assure that we all as drivers are paid for all the work.
I think he's either paid by somebody.
TSE
I don't know.
I don't know. 'cause he
need
makes no
to
sense.
close the loophole
He says some good stuff like
to
how
allow
poverty is the biggest
to
crime.
lock us
Right.
out
He got-
so
But then join us. That's what we're fighting.
that we
What the
can
fuck are you trying to disrupt us
work
for?
whenever we want.
Sometimes he goes to
and
this
get paid
hearing at the city
whenever
council.
we
I've seen
are
him.
working.
Some of the city
I like
council-
how that's the only thing I like about him. How he disrupts
Uber
Mayor
and
Adams,
Lyft, if
how he
you are
criticizes
listening,
Joshi, he goes after him.
Joshi, yeah.
end the
He'll go
lockup
to,
now
like, hotels.
and
If they
raise
pick up
our
illegal
pay. Otherwise,
hotels,
we will
get the regular
strike.
car for the passengers. It should be
And the lockout now. And the lockout now. And the lockout now. And the lockout now.
We are not going to settle for less.
What do you think this
Mr. G,
Not
how you
now.
doing, Mr. G?
Not tomorrow,
happened?
not
A
never.
little about the same.
It's about the same, yeah.
Thank you,
Frank,
God bless.
it's about the same, my friend.
Kind of disappointed.
Yeah, I'm disappointed myself because I thought there would be more drivers
Brother
here.
Alpha.
The only reason I think
Brothers and
because why there's
sisters,
actually
I
the
wanna
same
remind
amount
everybody,
is because
on our
the
poster,
first
there's a
time they
QR
said they were going to
code.
unlock the drivers
That
gradually,
is the sign
but they didn't
and it's the
keep the
strike
promise.
press
Obviously,
code.
they weren't actually.
Brothers and
Obviously, at this point,
sisters,
nobody is unlocked, right?
On this QR code.
Today was the first day on Uber that I didn't see a lockout.
Oh, I
was
see,
able
I
to go
see.
on
Yeah, I
anytime.
figured that out.
Yesterday I was locked out.
This QR
Lyft,
code.
Today I'm still locked out.
Right.
So
Take your camera.
You know how they're
Right?
manipulating the
Go to the QR
utilization
code
rate.
and sign in for today. Sign the strike pledge, and very importantly, keep the poster on you everywhere you go across this city. Get fellow drivers to sign in to strike.
Yes.
Okay, brothers and sisters, our next,
You can tell us when
they're all across.
And then you have control of the drivers, right? Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, obviously.
Hello, all the brothers and sisters, all of the drivers. My name is Blood and Skoro.
Actually, this
I'm
is
an Uber
recorded,
driver almost
but,
decade.
I have
I think we are heroes of this country. We make every day for this country, for this city, easy for everybody. Brothers and sisters, I'm a father of 3 kids. And I can tell you a story just recently happened. I was in a car accident myself with my wife going to work for Uber. And it's been 3 weeks I didn't work. I decided to go look to buy a car. But then I thought, if I buy a car, do I gonna be afford to pay that car? Because Uber is locking us out. Stop the lockout now! Stop the lockout now! Stop the lockout now! Stop the lockout now! Brothers and sisters, I know people think we cannot win this, but we can. Yes,
Mighty
we can.
Bald, how you doing,
Why we
Mighty
can?
Bald? Mighty Bald.
Because brothers and sisters, we built the Uber. Uber didn't build themselves. We are the one who built the Uber. So if we build the Uber, we're gonna be able to make a changes with Uber. Because if it's no drivers, it's no Uber. No drivers, no Uber. No drivers, no Uber. Stop the lockout now. Stop the lockout now. Stop the lockout now. Brothers and sisters, I wanted to say one more thing. I don't want to hold too much because we have a lot of speakers behind. We wanted to focus in this issue. We wanted to get prepared for the October 23rd. If the mayor don't decide to stop today,
Oh, Roxanne, I know I just saw your comments. We protested against the lockout today.
Don't let the Uber bribe you, mayor. We choose you, mayor. We're gonna take you away, mayor. You're not gonna be long time, mayor. We are the resident of this city, mayor. We put our life in a danger for this city, mayor. We're not a slave, mayor. Come out, mayor. Stop the lockout now. Stop the lockout now. Stop the lockout now. Driver power. Driver power. Union power.
Yo, you
Union
driving?
power. Driver power. Union 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 power.
Equalizer! Equalizer! Are you a driver?
In the future, October 23rd, please sign up over there. In QR code, please, the driver, sign up over there so we can fight.
Brothers and sisters, I want to remind City Hall and Uber.
Roxanne, I'm sorry, I just actually realized you were here.
We are talking about 2 things. Because of the lockout, drivers are getting less trips.
Yeah, Mighty Bald, it is. You know, I give credit to New York Taxi Workers Alliances. They've always been for the driver from the beginning. This has been going on forever, man. You see that person right here. She's speaker right now. She's executive. She's the head of the New York Taxi Workers Alliances. She's always been for the drivers. You know, initially when there were no such thing as Uber Lyft before, she was fighting for drivers forever. You know, I really give her credit right there. She's the one that's speaking up on the podium right now. Yeah, man, it's amazing. And now she's fighting for all the rideshare drivers in the city, which is really cool. I've known her since 1998. Since 1998, that's when actually she's the founder of New York Taxi Workers Alliances. You know, it was founded back in 1998. It's amazing. I know the date, right? I do, right? I'm a veteran, man. Yeah, I'm a veteran, man. I've been around for so long. Yeah, it's amazing. You know, the Haravi is doing a really good job, man.
I heard your voice and I said, I know that voice.
Yeah, it was true. You look familiar. Yeah, you look familiar. I think we spoke before, right?
I was one of the people who started it with Beirut.
Oh, you started with the Haravi, right? Yeah, nice to meet you. Yeah, I think you look familiar, honestly. Yeah, you do. Yeah, that's our base. Praise our base. Yeah, that's what we could do. We could come out here. I mean, I was just hoping someday maybe all the drivers will come out at once. You know what I'm saying? Everyone likes, you know, turn off the keys and just go for a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm driving. I'm doing everything. Honestly. I drive 5 different apps, actually. access a ride, traffic cooperative, empower, all of them, you know. Yeah, you gotta have plan B, plan C, you know, plan, yeah, you have some plans, you know. You can't be just on one app, you know. Yeah.
They come after all of us. When they come after the drivers, they are going to have to face not only us, but also our families.
That's right.
So,
That's
my
right.
brothers and sisters, I'm so honored to call up as our next speaker, our brother Johan.
You say Muhammad Dowdy here and get 500 people.
Yeah, people are gonna attack me, right? Oh, you know, a lot of, yeah, I know, my name is kind of common, you know.
Compañero, más cerquita. Más cerquita.
Let us speak to that.
I can't hear you.
Microphone!
Can't hear you.
Hello. Mi nombre es Johan. Así.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay, así.
Speak up, man.
Como te pueden dar cuenta,
Speak loud.
estoy aquí con mi familia. As you can see, I'm here with my family today. Trabajo en la industria del taxi alrededor de 20 años.
Should have rehearsed.
I worked as a driver, as a TLC driver in this industry for more than 20 years. Empecé como taxista amarillo cuando llegó Uber.
How you doing, brother?
When I started out as a yellow cab driver, and when Uber got to town, I was so excited. I could own my own car. I wouldn't have to have all
Yeah, you need to be here. Why are you driving? You gotta be here. Oh, you gotta be here.
Uber nos usó para poder ingresar al mercado de la ciudad. Many years later today, I realized that Uber used us to come in and take over this industry.
I didn't see that dude. I was looking for him.
Who's banging that
Ahora
cowbell?
tiene el
It's usually him.
mercado de la ciudad en las manos de ellos. Now they have the market and the city in their hands.
Monopoly.
Nos apagan nosotros para poder incrementar la demanda y cobrarle más a los clientes.
They've
used all of us to increase the demand and overcharge the passengers.
They got a legal strategy too.
Ahora que me están apagando, me encuentro
Basically,
muy
Uber
preocupado.
just monopolized the market.
Yeah.
They make
Once
it
they
appear
started
like a
blocking me, I
duopoly,
became
but
very
they control
concerned,
everything.
very
They control
worried.
it. Now they're ripping
Porque
passengers off too.
Cuando podía
So
trabajar,
they lock drivers
cubría
out,
todos
create
mis
an artificial
gastos con
surge,
tranquilidad.
and then the
La
price
renta
goes
de mi
up, which is
apartamento,
fake because there's
llevar
drivers
la
in that
comida
area
a
that
la
just lock
casa
out, and then they
y
charge the
compartir
passenger
tiempo
money. So
con mi
they're ripping off
familia.
everybody.
With the lockout, it became
It's
almost
it's
impossible to pay all of my expenses. How could I pay for the rent? How could I pay for the car insurance? How could I have any time to spend with my family?
Yeah, so they got a legal strategy. They're gonna take them in court. They lost the
Shame
case
on
today
Uber!
in Seattle. That
I think that's
no, a driver was murdered, and they sued Lyft
Para
saying
mí,
they didn't do enough due
No es
diligence to clear
negocio
the passengers.
que me apaguen 2 o 5 horas para comenzar a trabajar otra vez.
I think
They lock me out. Sometimes it takes 2 or even 5 hours
You know
before
about
they
it.
let me back on to get to work.
Yeah, it's
Un turno de 10 horas se ha convertido en...
all these autonomous vehicles, but it's never
Yeah, they
gonna
want-
¿Cómo puedo pasar tiempo con mi familia cuando tengo que pasar 15 horas afuera de mi casa para cubrir los gastos?
How can I spend any time with my family if I'm spending 15 hours at work just to pay my bills?
Someday, if all the cars are autonomous, You know what I'm
Y
saying?
aún
I-
así, este mes
I
tengo que
understand in
buscar
some states,
prestado
like in Arizona,
para poder
some
pagar la
places
renta
where
de mi
there's less
apartamento.
population,
And this
less
month,
traffic.
I have had to
but-
take out a
San Francisco,
loan
they already
just
got
to pay
motivated,
my
doing,
rent at home.
500,000 rides a week.
I know, they brought back cruise also, yeah. I mean, look,
Cuando
I
veo
would want to be in one of
la
these
deducción del
companies. I
trabajo
wanted to actually-
en la aplicación de
Because now,
Uber,
Uber, they're running,
me doy cuenta de que entre la comisión que se lleva Uber y la ciudad se llevan más del 50% de nuestros trabajos.
When you look at what the customer pays, when you look at how much we are getting, when you look how much Uber and the city take, they're taking more than 50% of the payment.
The passengers actually book rides for their kids to ride
But are you going to tell that to a customer who's got to pay a live driver a higher rate? They want to drop the
Y de
per-hour
esa
rate to
pequeña
30 cents.
ganancia
Who can-
tengo que deducir los gastos del carro, la gasolina, el seguro TLC que pago más de 5,000 al año.
And with this 50% that we're left, we have so much expenses, the gas, the TLC insurance, the insurance that's gone up to $5,000 this year.
I've heard people in California that take the same.
Y en algunas ocasiones he visto trabajos donde nos dejan a nosotros solo el 15% del trabajo.
That's right. And with all of the cars that have entered the streets, there's less and less work for all of us.
Oh yeah, I remember, yeah.
Pero
So
hoy
that's why I was asking some
estamos
people in
aquí
Canada because Fred Co-op, it's only
no
in
solo
Canada.
por
You know that,
nosotros,
right?
Right, they're trying to get into North
Yeah, it's
America.
only in Canada. I asked some people that
sino
drove to Uber
también
in
por la
Canada,
ciudad.
but they say they never
Today,
heard
we're
about
not
it,
just
so-
here for ourselves. We're not even just here for our families. We're also here for this city.
Porque la ganancia de Uber, esa comisión tan alta, se va para Wall Street. No se queda en la economía de la ciudad.
When the city allows Uber to take such a high commission, such a high percentage, that's money that we're not spending in this economy.
Right.
So if it does come, you should have first shot.
Por eso cuando
Good job,
nosotros
instead of driving
manejamos
basically, keep the
alrededor de la
maintenance up, keep it
ciudad,
clean.
vemos muchos stores cerrados.
That's why as we drive around this city, we see there's many businesses that have closed down.
Fueron restaurantes que se perdieron, fueron trabajos que se están perdiendo en la ciudad.
That's right, we're losing jobs. Jobs are closing down, businesses are closing down, the economy is not doing well.
I salute you, man, for always being here, bro.
Porque
You know,
Uber
I don't
se
see
lleva
anybody. The only
millones
person that I'm looking for right
cada
now
año
is
de
one of the
nuestra
driver,
ciudad.
and actually
Uber
he
is
was live
taking millions
also, and I'm
and
looking
millions
for him.
every year
I couldn't
out of our
find him here.
city.
There's that guy, there's another channel, Lynn's.
Lynn, right shot. Yeah.
Recordemos, amigos, que esta lucha apenas comienza.
I want you all to understand, brothers and sisters, that this struggle is just getting started.
I mean, yesterday I was just
Porque están usando la tecnología, unos pocos, para quitarnos todo el dinero y esclavizarnos.
Let's meet up. And
The technology should be used for the benefit of humanity, not to enslave us.
Come to the protest. I mean, and the brother, he says, yeah, I'm going to come. But obviously, he's
Estamos
somewhere
aquí
here. I don't see him.
presentes hoy
I like his videos where he,
para
one video
luchar por nuestras familias, nuestra
Oh,
ciudad
yeah, he was fighting with them.
y, nue-
I would
love
want-
that.
I would-
nuestro
but I
futuro.
would wanna do
We're here
that,
today to
man.
struggle for
Honestly, you know?
ourselves, for our families,
Yeah,
for our
because
city,
this is
and for
what
our
happened.
future.
TLC, they kept everything on the record. You know what I'm talking about?
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
You know, obviously,
Brother,
he's allowed to.
driver
you're allowed
power.
to. But they think that you disrespecting.
Driver power!
They're disrespecting
Stop
us.
the lockouts!
Lockout!
Stop the lockouts!
Stop the lockout!
More aggressive.
Stop the lockouts!
Stop the lockout!
Raise our pay!
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 Brothers and sisters, our next speaker is somebody who has been on the front lines tall, and proud with the drivers of New York City from the very first days of our struggle. It is my honor to introduce right now the Honorable Chair of the New York State Labor Committee, our Senator, Jessica
When they take an oath of
Ramos.
allegiance, it's to the Constitution. It's not to the fucking man.
Thank you, Bye, Ravi. Everybody give your president, Madam President, a big round of applause for her leadership.
But Frank, it's
Well,
not like you.
I came down to City Hall today because I have a crime to
That's because
report.
we let it. If we let it, because we're
Uber
suckers.
and
We're the
Lyft
suckers.
have taken advantage of our city.
For sure. I see some
They
people
came
actually just
here
I think the
into
line got
our
a little
city,
longer a little bit.
putting so many yellow cab drivers out of work
It's like I don't understand
without
drivers that don't show up.
regulations,
Let-
without any rules.
Just let them keep
And we've been
abusing you,
trying
you know? It's
to
like,
play catch up now for a near decade.
Christian, how you doing
It's
today?
been made worse at the convenience of customers. A company that is really only an algorithm
One guy's
has
driving
put
right there.
all
Huh?
of their overhead
One guy's driving,
on
too.
you, the drivers, who sacrifice and put in your time to do the right thing, work for a living, sometimes work more than a full-time job in order
go all the
to
way there.
provide for your families. No one that works full-time
My brother.
for a living should
Nice.
have
Thank you for being here,
No
man.
problem. Thank you.
So you're driving for both, right? Uber and Lyft.
I got green. I got for them.
Huh? Oh, you drive the green. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, you have your own car? That's your own car, right? Right. Yeah, that's
We're
nice. Yeah.
here today.
I drive the, I use it to drive Uber and
Lyft, right. But now you have your own vehicle, right? Right. Yeah, the green cars. Yeah. How long you had it?
We need City Hall to close that loophole.
Huh?
2013.
Oh, since 2013, yeah. So you work out of order, basically, right? Yeah. That's not bad. I mean, at least you're not getting locked up, right? And you could be, and actually, you could be able to pick up anytime you want.
Yeah, okay, now, if you are green or yellow,
It is unfair
you are
for
not
you to sit
in the
idle
utilization rate.
Oh, you're not part of the utilization rate. I know. That's what I meant. I mean, it's good. That's why.
Then you're not going to get locked out.
Yeah. That's why I figure, like yellow cab drivers and green cars, they're not subjected to lockouts. So you can drive anytime you want. Yeah. But the only thing is you have to pick up, drop off in Manhattan, and go back to Brooklyn or Queens to Manhattan. Do you use like Uber app with the green car? Because I know some of the green cars they use Uber app.
Yeah. Okay. When it comes to utilization rate, that is not in effect yet.
If you're not where?
When it comes to utilization rate,
Yeah.
it's not in effect for the yellow and the green. We still get the lockout.
Right. That's what I meant. I mean, you're not subjected to lockout. That means you could drive whenever you want.
Yeah.
But what I meant is, it's like I know some of the green cab drivers, they utilize the app, the Uber app. They work with Uber. They get requests from Uber also.
Right.
Do you get requests from Uber if you want to? Yeah. It's the same thing because cab drivers, yellow cab drivers right now, they get Uber app rides.
Thank you very much.
Through
Thank you very
Curb.
much. We appreciate for your support. Thank you.
Now,
Uh-huh.
We are ready to strike.
Locked out also?
Are you
we are getting
ready
locked
to
out.
strike? Are you ready to strike? Brothers and sisters, say it with me.
Oh, I see what you mean. I got your point. Yeah.
But today,
October 23rd.
Oh, it's nice to see actually everybody here. Like you with the green car, Uber Lyft drivers, obviously yellow cabs, it was actually protest before. Remember when they were on hunger strike here because of the medallions? Yeah. So medallions owners right now, most of them, they do work for Uber. You see what I'm saying? They all switch from the yellow cabs to Uber. But people that have their own medallions, they're still driving. Right? They're still, yeah.
The city has the power to pass the regulations to raise how much Uber and Lyft are paying the drivers on every single trip. The city, instead of holding on with the companies. Shame on City Hall.
Shame on City Hall! Shame on City Hall! Shame on City Hall! Shame on City Hall!
Thank you.
Shame on City Hall! Shame on City Hall!
Yes, the crowd is growing a little bit. We see more people down here. Obviously, earlier they were, but not enough drivers, you know. See the way, you know, my whole point of this is if all the drivers will come together at once, you know, every person that drives in the city. That's the only way that these guys are gonna listen, you know. So hopefully, I'm not sure what they're gonna do after this, because last time when we were here, we walked down Broadway all the way to actually Zuccotti Park, which is like 5-6 blocks away from here, you know. So let me see who's in the chat right now. DJ J Finesse, right? Yeah, your name is familiar. I've been trying to get a job with Uber since forever. DJ, have you ever really signed up, or you probably on the wait list? I mean, Uber, they were hiring at one point. You know, they were hiring, but they actually stopped hiring at this point, I know for a fact, because of the lockout. Yeah, DJ, it's corruption. It's a game. It's a game between the city, both of those apps, you know, Uber, Lyft, and the mayor's office also. You know, it's amazing. The deputy mayor of Eric Adams right now, the current administration, her name is Maura Joshi. She was actually the commissioner of the Taxi Limousine Commission at one point. You know, when Eric Adams became a mayor, she became his deputy mayor. So, I mean, it's all behind the scene. Obviously, I'm not sure why, in the first place, you know, that TLC needs to have some, like, you know, rideshare apps. I mean, obviously we're evolving. You know, things always evolve. But they should have kept a little control. I'm assuming, I mean, if I was Taxi Limousine Commission, I would want Uber to expand this much, right? Because now they really don't have any control of it, and there's a politics involved also. You know, like Uber Lyft, they've always been paying lobbyists, you know, to get away with this stuff. So it's all gonna continue, you know. And I've talked about a few things actually on my live stream about the current administration. Kamala Harris, her brother-in-law, Tony West, happened to be the chief legal officer at Uber. It's amazing how they actually manipulate things, and they're making life miserable for the drivers. You know, imagine if Kamala Harris become a president, you know. Her brother-in-law, obviously, he's still the chief legal officer at Uber, right? So this is going to continue. And also, there's no coincidence that actually the running mate, which is Tim Walz, right? He was the governor, is still currently the governor, but actually he's the running mate of Kamala Harris at this point, right? Tim Walz actually vetoed the ordinance, you know, which I usually call a legislation, because anything that goes through city council is a legislation basically. And Tim Walz, being the governor of Minnesota, right? He vetoed this pay raise for the drivers there, the Uber Lyft drivers, three times. It's amazing, 3 times. And eventually, look, he's actually happened to be, there's no, and now Tim Walz happened to be actually the running mate to Kamala Harris as a vice president. I mean, it's all right there. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to figure this out, right? So hopefully, you know, some of the guys here kind of sort of clueless, some of them. You know, I don't want to disrespect all my fellow drivers here, but they need to wake up and smell the coffee. I'm telling you the truth. Yes, they should. Yeah, DJ, you know Tim Waltz, what he did with the drivers in Minneapolis. But I give kudos to the drivers in Minneapolis. I'm telling you, because they got balls there versus drivers here in New York. You know, you can see some of the drivers are actually protesting, and some of them are driving. I can see them right now going down Broadway. Because our plate, you cannot miss our plate in New York City. They're all the same, right? They start with the T and they end with the C, right? So it's not like you know, in some other states, right? Where drivers, they drive with their own vehicles. You know, they have their own private plate, right? There you go. This is a car driving, right? TC. Hey, you should be protesting, asshole. He's driving, right? He has a passenger on. There's another guy right here. Yeah, you shouldn't be driving, man. There's another driver right there. With a passenger, too. I think. I didn't know. I mean, I could. You know, there's some drivers, they don't even work for Uber Lyft. They work for. Yo. So why are you driving, man? Why are you driving? Why are you driving? Yeah. Does he have a passenger? Yo. Yeah, right there. That a-hole. Yo. You driving, right? He driving too. You gotta drive here, bro. You gotta come here. Protest with the drivers, you know? You're an a-hole. There's another guy right there. Hey! Piece of shit. There's another driver also. You see?
The people that say to you what you gonna do, and that is no continue, because we gotta stop. These people is making history because we are doing the different now, and we are saying we stop, and we stop for your right, because we don't wanna do the same. Señores, ustedes representan en realidad la movilidad de transporte de la ciudad de Nueva York. El 95% de esta operación depende de ustedes. Y un día se sentaron dos personas, Uber, Lyft, las aplicaciones y el estado de Nueva York, y tomaron decisiones sin que ustedes estuvieran ahí.
Yeah, we got some guy on the podium, you know, kind of translating in Spanish. Yeah, some people, they could care less how much they're getting paid, you know? I mean, some of them, you could pay them even 25 cents per mile, probably they would still drive. Yeah, I would say it was the same amount of people that were here last time, you know, the first protest. And obviously, after the protest, they had like sort of kind of sit down, you know, with Uber, Lyft, and Taxi Limousine Commission. They were planning to actually face the lockout, but it never happened. So, you know, like now, because these rideshare apps, they're watching. Some of them are already here in this protest to see what's going on, to assess the whole thing, to see how many drivers are here. You see what I'm talking about? If they see this, right, and they see there were only about 1,000 drivers right here, you know, versus 86,000, they're gonna say, look, man, those guys are like already here, including me, or nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? We just piece of nothing, right? Because they will more likely to think, okay, we have more drivers are not on board, right? Most of them, like 80% of them not on board, right? Because they want to drive and get paid less, right? So this is gonna continue with this. This is not going to end. We're just gonna continue. Unless if each driver in the city, you know, just go offline, take a day off, couple of days, 3 days. Nobody's gonna retaliate. You know, you wanted to go and take vacation or spend some few days with your family and let things work out at that point. I'm sure 100%. These apps, they're gonna think twice. Oh, the wait list. Look, Uber Lyft. They actually, you could call 311, but I'm sure you're not going nowhere with it because now at this point they actually stop onboarding drivers because of this, because of the saturation of the drivers and this ongoing nightmare, you know, with the lockout, basically. You see. Yeah, I'm actually, I had one of my friend driver, his name is Len, you know, I thought he was gonna be here. I mean, he says he's here, I could see his live. I'm looking for him through this crowd, I couldn't see him. I mean, I'm looking at through his live, and I could see probably he's at the front of this protest. Yeah, I would meet up with him. He's doing live himself, so. Yes, we're at the Canyon of Heroes. That's what it's called. Canyon of Heroes. They didn't stop calling Canyon of Heroes until after 9/11. Some of the guys just came right now. You guys for the protest, right? Yeah. Nice. These are bunch up, man. They all have EV vehicles. Yeah, that's the mayor's office right there. You can see it right there. You know, it's amazing, like back then we could just walk in, ride by the mayor's office, but now it's cordoned off.
Yeah, because I think these guys usually.
Oh no, Mayor definitely is gonna be here. Mayor is going to be here for the next 4 years, I think. I mean, there's no one to replace him at this point. I mean, even the mayor himself, you know, like recently he was gonna go to, yeah, I mentioned this. I kind of always find myself repeating things, but yeah, Eric Adam, he went to Washington D.C. to Biden administration to figure out, you know, why are they sending so many migrants to New York? That was like not that long ago, right? And the administration, Biden administration didn't even want to talk to him. You know, they sent it back. Actually, the FBI, they raided his campaign finance manager. She's an Asian girl, you know. No, she's African American also, yeah. And even the FBI wanted to, actually, at this point, Eric Adam, he's still under investigation because something going on with another country, which is Turkey, right? Turkey was being. What's up? What's going on, man? How you been? Yeah, I was watching you right here. I was looking for you right there. Honestly, I was looking for you. What's up? What's up, man? How you been? Everything good? Nice to see you, my man. Everything good?
I was going duff because I was right.
Look, I came this way, right? I know I was on my way here, right? When I stopped at the Citibank, I was gonna call you to come meet me, right? But obviously, I turned the app and I could clearly see you right there by the podium, right?
Are you watching me right now?
No. I mean, yeah. No, I'm not watching my. Yeah. No, I was watching your stream. I was watching your stream at one point.
Oh, you're watching?
Yeah, I was watching your stream at one point. Yeah, what's going on, man? How you been? Doing good? Everything good? Nice, man. Yeah. I'm glad that people came here today, right? How you doing today, guys? Everything good? We're here to actually protest, make sure the guys are here, right?
When I started driving, I'm a partner. I'm not an Uber employee.
Yeah, man. I always need to be here for the drivers, man. I always wanted to come here protest, you know? I've been here forever, like from the beginning, even when there were no such thing as Uber, like, honestly.
So,
I didn't come to the last one, but I saw you were at the last one too.
Where?
We are essential workers.
City Hall, like,
oh, last time, yeah. Actually, I was with one of the guys right here. Actually, his name is Frank.
We drivers are their assets. Without drivers, rideshare company is nothing. We want to work when we are outside our home. But the income is not letting us with our basic needs. We can work.
Yeah, I mean, all I started doing is just uploading videos, like shortcuts, that's what I was doing. Yeah, and at one point, honestly, I wanted to always stream, but I never wanted to do it on the platform because of with the report that I had before. Yeah. Because they only take someone to reform me again, and then they actually caught me up, So what's going on, man? Everything good? At one point you were there, right?
I was right in front.
Yeah, and
when the loudspeakers didn't go deaf, I just stood there any longer.
Yeah, that's why I was there at one point looking for you, but couldn't find you there. I didn't realize that you were online you were live until I got here. And then I was looking for you at that point, took out my phone, I could see you were live also.
Some loyal subscribers coming in, a couple, John, maybe, they're in the Discord.
Oh yeah, you have Discord?
Yeah, this is like a good turnout.
I mean, honestly, I was expecting more people today. Because this is the same amount of people that were here last time. Yeah, not as much. I mean, look, this is how many people were here last time. This amount, you know what I'm talking about? So, I'm kind of a little disappointed at this, for them, because I thought maybe there would have been twice the amount of people that are here right now, but it's the same amount.
It's a good start. I mean, Uber drivers.
See, that's why I would rather have all the people here, everybody, every person. At least 50% of the drivers in New York. They're supposed to be 50. Yeah, that's the only way that these apps are gonna listen.
Spread the word. Spam it.
Yeah. Well, Uber Lyft right now, all they're gonna do because they're watching. Basically, once they see that there's only little people here, New York taxi worker line is very organized. We only have as members is very organized. We proved obviously we want to have a strong and effective protest. Everybody will work to the north, to me. For Uber Lyft.
Patiently, my brother, you're gonna get
haven't been able to get on Lyft for the past couple of days.
Yeah, it's all right.
Any time of the day.
I don't even bother with Lyft, man.
Remember, they made some sort of compromise. Lyft
with
needs
the
a
very
lesser
same,
minimum.
no yummy,
Concession rate,
nothing, my brother.
yeah, they want to hike, but that's what they said. But
We march
they're always going to be locking up drivers from now on. I mean, obviously, look, the only way that this is going to end if we have lots of drivers here. I'm telling you, everyone has to actually stop driving in order for this to work.
Stand between the members so you can bring your group. We have a poster, we have a banner, everything should be up.
Oh, you mean
We
the
have some flyers,
the
my
name is
brother, we bring thousands of
she's one of the
flyers.
executives at
It's
New
not
York Times in
flyer.
July. So
Take
she's
some
actually
flyer
one of
with
the
you
founders.
and organize and fight back.
Actually, it started back in 1990.
Drivers power! Drivers power! Drivers power! Driver power! Driver power! Driver power! Drivers power! Driver power!
Everybody make
Hey,
sure
Gringo!
come to your left side. Everybody come left side to the running. And please make sure no one on the sidewalk. And nice and patient. Okay, brothers. Just let's move on. Let's move on to the street.
You took the train?
Yeah, I took the E train to a World Trade Center.
Yeah, one way.
Yep.
Yeah, one way.
Hold on. As a gimbal or just like holding it?
No, it's just like a phone holder. Yeah, yeah. I had one. Actually, I lost it, and I had this one.
These walking streams. I need to get one. They're gonna walk over to Uber headquarters.
No, not headquarters. I think they're not. They're probably going downtown, like by Zuccotti Park. It's just like five blocks away from here.
You're gonna go?
I mean, I would go if you want. We could walk with them all the way down for a little bit, and then we call it out from there. You know, because I need to go take care of some business at 3 o'clock. I think they're going up north. This is one of my friends. Frank, right here. Frank, that's what I was looking for. Name right here. The guy that's Frank.
Yeah, I watched somebody get TLC officers.
You guys were fighting with TLC.
Yeah, I think I'm subscribed to you.
Yeah, it's nice.
You got a ticket on that day, or?
Yeah, I got a ticket. It was like the end of the month. Thing, and
So what were they hiding behind like a stop sign, right? You was
they were camped out right there in like a normal Toyota Camry.
You got a ticket.
You couldn't, no markings, nothing, right?
No, nothing.
They're very
You got a
slick.
ticket in the mail, right? That
Yeah,
one was in the
got it
mail.
In the mail, yeah.
Did you get anything from last time for the one that you were talking about?
The airport thing? No,
Yeah,
not yet.
No, don't worry about it.
I
Yeah.
think they were just like threatening me.
Yeah. Don't worry about that. I know nothing was gonna happen about it.
How much did they charge you for that ticket?
For what? The stop sign?
Yeah.
Just settled it. It was like 100. But then
That's not
I
bad.
talked
No
back
points
to
though,
them,
no
like,
points?
No, if you settle it, it's no point.
So what did they say? You didn't stop for what, 3 seconds? That was the,
You come to a complete stop.
That's such BS. And what, it was probably that like late at night when...
And I would want to argue with them. Honestly, I'll be like, okay, man, whatever. I paid the ticket.
Yeah, I don't argue, but they're getting this year NYPD got out of hand with the protesters. They really did. You're taking oath to the Constitution, not the mayor. You know.
Yeah, you're right, man.
All these this guy's a fucking sellout. Every politician's a sellout. That's all we got is our voice. That's all we got. Drivers got nobody except themselves. Nobody.
Right. back in these cars.
Us, we have it better than the rest of the country. So much regulation.
What is it?
For us in New York City, we have it better than the rest of the country.
Oh yeah, because of the regulation.
Even though
I mean, most of the drivers in lower 48, they're all getting screwed. Big time. You know, trips that we get for like $20, $30, they get like $7, $10. To travel like a bunch of miles to pick something up.
ridiculous what they get paid. Like for long trips, they don't take long trips.
Yeah, because they have this trip radar, right? They give them to people in the morning, right? And they give it to somebody. I mean, it's a trip radar. I didn't have it here on Uber, but it's a reservation. Shutting down Broadway, man.
I think we're a little more people than last time. Don't you think?
A little bit more than last time. A little bit. I think it's
about the same.
I think it's the same amount.
A lot of driving in there, we won't even hop driving by this.
Yeah, guys, we have the same amount of people that were here last time, right? Right, Frank? I think we have the same amount.
About the same, a little more. I'd say.
They're all here today, and most of the drivers are here today. Thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for being here.
Live streaming?
Not too many people in here.
I'm always here. I'm always here for the drivers.
Changed a lot of your videos to travel, right?
Yeah, I changed the name of it. I want to move away from
Not a lot of views, right? There's not even he used to do a lot of like informational videos. You don't do those.
That's what inspired me to live stream. I was watching Fox live streaming, and then I met him.
I don't know any other like New York City YouTube that like talk about Uber. You're like the only one.
Not a lot.
When you look at California, there's a whole bunch, and they got big channels.
Yeah, they do, but it seems like most of them, they're just there for revenues. That's what they're there for. You don't have to have an app to teach people how to do rideshare, you know? It's a simple.
No, but like how you talk about the industry, like stuff like this.
Right. I would love to, you know, but since I was not getting any feedback, that's why I decided to stop, you know?
Yeah, because you work for basically every company in the New York City market. I saw a mile video.
Five. Actually, 5 ads. Right, I tried to have 5 ads.
And Rebel too.
Shame on TLC! Driver forward! Driver forward! Union forward! Driver forward! Union power! Shame on Uber! Shame on Uber! Union forward! Union forward! Union forward! Driver forward! Driver forward! Union forward! Union forward! Union forward! Shame on you! Shame on Uber!
Because yesterday I was in your live stream you know, I mentioned that, and he decided to come. Thank you for coming, you know, because look, because you can see clearly there's no one here that I know that drives for Uber on here. You see what I'm talking about? I can see. I'm not blind, right? I'm not blind. If everybody comes here, then we could be able to have strong voice, right? If you have little people here, not much.
I like it. Look at how many people here.
Not really. This is the same amount of people that we had last time.
Last
Maybe
time,
a little bit more.
last time was hot, man. It was like 98 degrees. I thought more people would come because the weather wasn't that bad. But I guess last time it was in the middle of the.
I think most of the drivers, they say, okay, well last time we protested, yeah, we're still getting locked up. So why we should, why we should
Shame on you! 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 Shame on you!
They're taking advantage of us being here, you know. Shame on That's it, an hour, maybe an hour and a half. What are you going to lose? Just park your car and come down here and be part of the be part of what, you know, be part of the protest. Right? Voice in the vote, you know. I think we're shutting down the road. That's what we do, right? There's no traffic when they're going down the road, but you can see this, right?
Yeah, this company got some.
We have police back there too. I found we go into Zuccotti Park again, you know, where they have Occupy Wall Street. That's where the park is.
Shame on Uber! Shame on Uber! Shame on Lyft! Shame on Lyft! Shame on TLC! Shame on TLC! Shame on City Hall! Shame on City Hall! Shame on Mayor! Shame on Mayor! Shame on Uber! Shame on Uber! Shame on TLC! Shame on TLC! Shame on Uber! Shame on Uber! Shame on TLC! Shame on TLC! Shame on City Hall! Shame on City Hall! Shame on Mayor! Shame on Uber! Shame on TLC!
Zuccotti Park again.
Zuccotti Park.
Last time we made a right here, right? You remember?
The right, I think, yeah.
And then we went around.
We went down.
Oh yeah, that had to put it right?
Yeah. Actually, we went by church, and then we went down to the park.
I guess if you get the permit, you can block the street.
Yeah, I mean, definitely,
They're gonna do everything by the book,
yeah, they have to get request the city to actually be able to use this.
So using sounds in the street. A lot of drivers wanted to come in their cars.
Yeah, Farah, Fowler, my friend, here in New York City, we're protesting against Uber and Lyft lockout because Uber and Lyft, they stop us from working when there's less demand. You get my point? It's not fair, right? That's why I'm just explaining to you because you want to know what the protest is all about, you know? We want to be able to work anytime we want. We're actually independent contractors. We're not employees, right? I understand if we were employees, then it's okay for them to tell us when to work, when not to work. But we're independent contractors. They're actually taking money from drivers' pockets because drivers are independent contractors. They actually pay for the expenses. They tear away on their cars, insurance, the whole thing, right? So we need to be able to work so we can actually cover for our expenses. There is no need for them to lock us out of our apps, right?
Shame on you.
That driver got stuck there. Hey, why are you driving? They're attacking that dude. Don't blame people for not wanting to actually watch the stream because it doesn't concern them, you know, unless for the drivers that actually work for the Rideshare app, right? You know?
sidewalk, stay in the mud.
Uber at Wall. I'm sure that Uber, they're watching. Where Uber has Uber has its headquarters at the World Trade Center, right there, the Freedom Tower. So I'm sure they're watching from there, especially if they have the view of Broadway on this side. You see, that's the Oculus right there. But imagine if we had all the drivers here, like 86,000. Uber, they would have been afraid up there. They would be very afraid. This is the beginning of the parade.
Son un non-profit. O sea, que cada año reciben más de $1 millón. ¿Tú no viste cómo empicaron los políticos? ¿Tú no viste cómo...
Ray, what's up, Ray? We're protesting against Uber Lyft. They're They kick us out of the app, you know, when there's less demand. It's not fair. I'm by the World Trade Center, you know. The headquarters of Uber, it's right there. They're probably watching from the top. But they're not allowed, actually they don't want people to go by the headquarters at the Freedom Tower, you know, because the Freedom Tower, the entrance of the Freedom Tower actually happened to be on the West Side Highway. Right across the street from the, right there, you see the arch right there, all the way at the end? That's the World Financial. So definitely they don't want to protest so near that part of the West Side. I know there's sometimes this part of Broadway, there's no connection. I don't know why, but yeah, we got, actually this protest is gonna end at Zuccotti Park, you know, where they had Occupy Wall Street. Are the end of this protest. Man, we want like all the drivers here, every single drive. It's an organized strike, you know. Any strike isn't organized will never be successful. But this kind of sort of, you know, show the Rideshare app that drivers are really serious about this, right? But the only thing is, you know, if they do go and unlock all the drivers, it will be more saturation on the street, right? Because it's gonna be actually even less work for the drivers. You know what I mean? Or like the best way to do this is to go back to the planner. A planner, that's what Uber had pre-COVID. You know, where everyone was locked pre-COVID, like 6 months before pre-COVID. I think it was 2019, right? Where they start locking out the drivers, right? But they had a requirement, you know, that means they either plan to work, you know, like 8-hour shift, or 10-hour shift maybe, yeah. And then, and you have to plan ahead of time. You know, if you don't plan before Wednesday, then you won't be able to be online, right? But they had another requirement, which was a lot easier, and it would look very feasible to me, is that if you wanted to be unlocked and be online at all times, you need to actually accomplish a certain amount of rides during 30 days, like 425 rides for Uber X. That means as long as you have 425 rides within a month, then you could be online at all times. You see what I'm saying? But they came back to lockout, which is something I actually predicted myself, right? But the only thing is they got rid of that requirement, you know. So that's the only thing I think of at this time is they're more likely to go back to that plan. And if they do, I mean, it's good for the drivers. All you have to do is just plan when you want to work. I think they do it this with some of the food delivery apps like DoorDash, I think. Right? That's what I heard. You know, DoorDash also you have to plan in order for you to actually be able to dash, right?
Shame on Uber! Shame on Uber! This is Uber. Shame on Uber! That's where your money. That's where your money is. Huh? You see all the views you work. They bought a nice building. Go on the sidewalk. We're gonna go in the front. Sidewalk.
Yeah, there's no service here, man.
We can make it.
Yeah, there's no service here. Yeah, you know, there's too many phones. You're in the crowd, you know, your phone is actually buffering. Yeah, I don't know if you guys were hearing, you heard me before. You know, I was talking about how it's really easy for Uber to actually, you know, make the drivers at ease at this point. If they go back to the planner, right? Yeah, because I was talking at the same time, and actually I pulled out my phone. I could see actually I was buffering, but yeah, the best way to go about this is to go back to pre-COVID, where they used to have a planner within the app itself. You know, we could actually plan a schedule, a time when you want to work, and also they had the other option where you're supposed to have certain amount of trips during the day, during 30 months, which is basically because I'm Uber X. So the requirement was like you need to accomplish 425 trips within 30 days in order for you to be online at all time, which really kind of was feasible for me. You know, I knocked those 425 and I was working all the time. So, you know, for part-time drivers, obviously they might not be able to do that because they don't work full-time, right? So I guess you guys probably heard me at this point, but this is the end of the protest. People are going to be going there to Zachary Park, you know, where they had that Occupy Wall Street back then. Next strike, October 23rd.
How are you?
See, turn off the app 24 hours. Yeah, that's what's supposed to take place, you know. They have enough. Actually, it's already scheduled October 23rd. Like that means. See that clown right there? It's anti-protest right there. You know, the guy who's wearing the hat, the red hat. He's got a cowbell right there. He attacked me on one of my videos before, so I kind of blocked him. Right there, you see it says Trump on his hat. Yeah, so this is pretty much will be the last, you know, stop for this protest for today. Like I said, man, I've been in every protest, man, since the, you know, the mid 90s, early 90s. No, actually 1998. You know, I was one of the protests here with the drivers, but back then there was no Uber Lyft. There was only New York City yellow taxis, right? And I can show you guys, you know, the person that was on the podium, her name is Bahravi. She actually decided to, you know, she was actually one of the founders of this New York Taxi Workers Alliances. It's actually a union. It's not a union, basically. I think this is McLaren, right? It's not a legitimate union, but they're non-profit, and the only way they survive and based on drivers' membership. You know, like if anyone actually work as a rideshare driver, I really kind of wanted to suggest to guys, you know, be members. It's only $12 a month, you know, and you have, you know, like union that could fight for your right, basically, right? I mean, it's up to you. I'm a member with both of them, you know, although IDG, Independent Drivers Guild, it seems like it's funded by Uber Lyft, right? Yeah, definitely it's McLaren. NYTWA, right? New York Taxi Workers Alliances, they're funded by only drivers, basically, right? So, yeah, man. I mean, look, all I could do here is just come and trying to, you know, like sort of be part of the protests and support drivers, you know, in general, basically. This is the end of the island, basically, if you go all the way down. This is actually Trinity, and it turned to a church at this point right here. You know, when I do like sightseeing, I usually drive by here sometimes, but yeah, this is actually part of the World Trade Center right there. One World Trade Center. This is actually two World Trade Center, but they didn't build it as tall as the two World Trade Center, right? But the Freedom Tower is a little bit taller than the previous World Trade Centers, but yeah, I need to go look for Lynn. Lynn, actually, yesterday, yeah, I wanted to drive her. I was about to go to sleep yesterday, but he was live, and then I think if I didn't tell him to come meet me here, he would have never came, but at least he showed up. I think he did show up. I think my phone still got like 50%. Oh, Mighty Bull, look, I appreciate you, my friend, for being here. Really nice of you. Right, Mighty Bull, do you drive? I know you do come into my ride-alongs, but I'm not sure if you do drive. Wow, look at this Cadillac, man. Escalade. Looks nice. But it's a gas guzzler right there, right? Yeah, I'm trying to keep this phone off, like, keep it clean. I have a power bank, even if my phone dies. Yeah, I know. Bull, you said you have a car, but you do drive? I really thank you guys for being here. You know, whoever came here, although you guys might not be interested in all this mess, you know, but at least, you know, I wanted to kind of document this also through my, you know, my channel, because I know a lot of people, they tend to wanted to watch this protest, but that's why I came today here. Yeah, guys, so I think this is the end of the protest. I really appreciate you guys for being here. You know, at least I know some people, they might not be interested in this, you know, as far as the protest, but as much as I don't want to talk about, you know, this type of work like rideshare, because it just doesn't make no sense. You know, you're not gonna I mean, it doesn't take a genius, you know, to do this type of work, you know, like pick up people, drop off people, right? But I know some other channels, they might want to talk about rideshare, but it's a waste of time. You know, it's a simple task, right? It's a very simple task. Yeah, guys, I'm just gonna go look for one of my fellow driver, Lynn. It's got to be somewhere there. And I'm gonna. Yeah, I was looking for these people, man. Lynn.
Walk down Broadway, shut down the traffic there.
Shut down all traffic, man, right?
No.
It's not bad,
Yeah,
right?
escorted by the police.
Yeah, I'm gonna end my stream today for now. Frank was here, that's nice of him. Len was here, it's really nice of him was here. Len.
Support, guys.
Yeah, otherwise I would have never been able to be here, you know, today. Yeah, that's what most people are right there. One minute. I just want to say, I want to see if that lady is there. Because she always like when I talk to her on Zoom. She goes like, make sure you come. But she knows that I usually come here. This is actually Zuccotti Park by the Wall Street.
They might be related.
Ms. Bahavi, how you doing? Nice to see you. Thank you, Ms. Bahavi. I appreciate you for all you do, you know?
Thank you, brother.
Really, that's nice of you. Thanks. Appreciate
This is
you.
amazing.
Yeah, no, I was actually, you know, Ms. Bahavi, you know, I was asking you last time, right? About the
Sister, I believe we'll be in touch. If something,
You did a great job.
we're gonna do it the best.
Definitely.
We're still gonna
Yes.
fight.
Thank you, brother.
Ms. Bahavi, look, I want to ask you one thing, right? Look, honestly, because I know pre-COVID, right?
Oh, just here first? Okay. Here first? Thank you.
Look this way.
Everyone wants to take a picture with her, right? Mr. Harvey, I want to ask you a question, right?
Yeah.
Look, obviously, I know we got some people that came here this time, right? Yeah, right?
You guys did it. This was amazing.
Mr. Harvey, right?
Sorry.
If there's any future protest, it should be the office. They're the main ones, right? Oh, really?
That's why we've been targeting for.
I thought maybe because TLC made
The mayor allowed Uber Lyft to work a private agreement where Uber said they will be under lockout.
I know she knows that I have her life. She kind of wanted to dodge my question, but.
But our regulations are very clear and the pricing and if we do this, cities going to have to side with us instead of siding with That's Uber's line. Uber's lying about it. Uber, listen, before the TLC passed that regulation, Uber felt the rate was and that's where drivers are getting the fares from. And the drivers that's even when the driver's suicide started.
Yes.
That's when the city started working on these regulations.
I think maybe this is partially the issue, and whereby maybe you're like, all right, let's just push that out, Oh, there is. But just because so that we have that freedom once again to just go online whenever we want to, if we had to give that up, that's what I'm saying.
We shouldn't have to give anything up. Uber needs to pay the drivers. They can afford to pay the drivers. The reason it's doing the lockdowns is because the city's letting them get away with this. At the city regulations, it'll stop. What's Uber's choice?
When you read the outcome of their meeting with the Uber Lyft, and it was they just had to go ahead and get away with whatever you could. It shouldn't be like that. The city should put this step down and let them know that, hey, look, just stop that lockout.
That's what we're requiring. So we submitted an official rulemaking petition to the TLC under the city charter. So by law, they have to give us an answer within 60 days, just like around November 4th. So we have to keep up the momentum, keep making noise to put pressure on them to follow our petition.
Yeah, Ms. Behlavi. Look, Ms. Behlavi here, she's executive of NYTWA. No, Behlavi, I was going to ask you a question, right? I know at this time we had only like few people like we had back, like the first protest, but it's really nice that you're here, trying to actually, protect the drivers from, like having to make sure that, we could get rid of this lockout, right? So obviously we only had few people this time, right? What about no? I know it's true.
It's massive.
No, it is. It's true.
Even
honestly,
last
I've
year
always
was massive.
no. I've said this in the beginning. I mean, even the first time when I came here. But my question is, what can Uber Lyft go back to that planner back then? Remember pre-COVID?
Why would you
in the
want the planner?
Because the planner will allow drivers actually to be able to go back online.
But the
You see what I'm talking about? Or either like
planner-
those requirement of how much trip you could accomplish within like that 30 days.
Can I say
Go
something?
ahead. Honestly,
We don't need to make them do a gentler, kinder lockout. We need them to just stop the lockouts. The city has the authority.
Yeah.
They're just not using it. We need to force it. Now the city will say even if they use their authority, that Uber won't abide by it. But what's Uber going to do? Uber's not going to leave New York City. This is its breadbasket. New York City drivers have leverage and power that actually Uber and Lyft drivers in other parts of the country would dream of.
Yeah, but
and we're just giving it away.
I know, Ms. Barabi, the only way we could get rid of the lockout is if every each driver, you see the ratio between the amount of drivers that we have here and 86,000. Yeah, we need all the drivers. No, it's true, right?
They're not. Uber doesn't have to do this. It's pure greed. Uber overhired. That's not the driver's fault. Uber is responsible to make sure that the drivers are paid fairly under the regulation. TLC is responsible to make sure that Uber follows that regulation.
Well,
both of them have failed, and we're going to hold them accountable.
Right, definitely.
Brother, we don't need a gentler and kinder
lockout.
No. We just need
definitely.
an end. We want real justice.
Yeah, but then it will be more saturation on the street for drivers. They're not going to have enough work for them.
Brother, the drivers are already there.
Right,
if anything, with the lockouts, there's more saturation because you're working longer. You're staying longer on the streets, which is probably leading to more congestion.
Yeah,
Ending the lockouts is the solution. And when we say end the lockouts, it means, respect drivers and pay drivers what they are entitled to under the rules and regulations. Drivers are being cheated out of like $5,000 to $7,000 a year.
Right. I agree with you.
People that they're violating.
Yeah, people. I think initially, Ms. Barabi, this lockout when it started pre-COVID was not about saturation. It was actually about the congestion of the traffic in the city because the drivers are running around empty without passengers.
No, my brother. In 2019,
I think eventually they made it.
In 2019, Lyft started the lockouts because Lyft didn't have the base of passengers that Uber has, and Lyft would have left its drivers empty longer, and it did not want to have to pay more than Uber would. Okay.
Right.
All right. COVID changed everything. We had an equilibrium. TLC lifted the vehicle cap, caused this oversaturation.
Right.
Uber lied about its wait list and allowed for the oversaturation. Now Uber wants to punish the drivers for that oversaturation, and TLC wants to close its eyes. We are not going to let either happen.
Definitely.
Brother, we got the power. Look
No, we
you.
do. Honestly, Barabi, I told you, I came last time. I really thank you for this, because it's amazing. I mean, I've been since the beginning. Barabi, I know you're one of the founders of New York Taxi Workers Alliance since 1998. I mean, you could see
we got the power.
Yeah, and I could come and everything.
No
I mean, obviously, I could see.
Less.
Yeah, honestly, but TLC, but nice of you, but I appreciate you. Take care. No problem. Yeah, look, there was only, I was asking her actually, but there were too many people there wanted to talk to her at the same time. When she spoke to me a few times before, even before this Rideshare Uber Lyft, so it's a monopoly going on. Uber has no control. It's the TLC. It's the Taxi Limousine Commission are doing all this nonsense, and they're forcing Uber to follow their rules. And Uber actually obviously has the upper hand because they have the drivers, and they're controlling the TLC and the taxi and City Hall. Basically, that's what it is. I just had to come, guys. Show you who the head of the New York Taxi Workers Alliance is. She works tirelessly. This lady, man, every time. Come here. Trying to do the best for the drivers. But like I said, they work on their own. They don't have, and it's non-profit, basically. That's what it is. So, guys, thank you for being here today. I really appreciate all of you. People that actually wanted to know about the rideshare, and also the people that just wanted to come attend the stream. Guys, I'll talk to you either Friday, Saturday. I'm gonna be doing ride-alongs, and I really appreciate you guys for being here. All of you, thank you again. You take care, be safe, stay safe, guys. Thank you. Bye.